received numerous praise reports about recent accomplishments that you all have sent, and I am so godly proud of some of the accomplishments that you all have been giving in, and the prayer request that you've sent. I wanted to know that we have connected in prayer with you, and that we have taken some of those things to the Lord in prayer. And I want you to hear this. First of all, I want to say congratulations to Bianca, who was the first person to respond on the chat. I wanted to personally congratulate you, because you and she, ladies and gentlemen, your sister, is a recent published author of a new book that continues to talk about the importance of mental health with the Baylor College of Medicine. So congratulations to you. That is phenomenal. So glad to see you get that off the ground. And in this day and time, there are so many issues with mental health. That's right, Paula. Go ahead and congratulate her. There are so many things with mental health that we need to address. And I think that our church was kind of on the forefront of this when we started our Hope Counseling Center, Hold On, the Pain Will End. And we had gotten out of just Christian counseling, if you will, with pastors and preachers and leaders, and really got to a place where we knew that mental health was an issue. So congratulations to you, Bianca Smith. Number two, my son in the ministry, Pastor John Chapman, want to congratulate him, who will be closing on a new building space for his church in Cypress, Texas. Let me tell you, after having tried to secure in my lifetime as a pastor, oh my goodness, 13 buildings, I believe, let me see, about 3 or 4 in Fort Wayne, another 5, 6 here in Houston, and then, yeah, at least 10, 11, 12 buildings. I've lost track. I'd have to think about it. I know how difficult every one of those are. So congratulations to Pastor Chapman. Also to Miss Nancy Jackson is growing her dream. She has a new magazine that she now publishes monthly for her business professionals. And I think that we all might want to get a hold of Ms. Jackson and find out if there's a way that we can support and get in the publication and help her to continue to win in that area. Also, we've got Miss Raven Graves, who's also a business startup lab participant, who is growing her weekly blog audience and redevelop her business plan for success. So congratulations to you as well. And then Jocelyn, you and your husband, oh my God, now this is a good one. Now guys, get ready for this. Their praise report for this month is that they are expecting a new child in the coming weeks. Congratulations on that as well, for we all know how difficult that can be and how exciting those times are. So I intentionally today got a jogging suit on because I figured, hey, 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, you'll probably already get home in your pajamas, relaxing or trying to get there. And I said, you know, I didn't want to come on and make you feel out of place with the suit, shirt, and tie. I just want to come on and we all going to have a good time today and just kind of be relaxed. So thank you so much for that. So those are my acknowledgments. If you have any more acknowledgments, please let me know. Congratulations to everybody on that expansion in the year 2009. So excited. So let me ask you a question. Are you already preparing for 2019? Are you already preparing for 2019? If you are a member of this church, you know that I've been calling for the year of expansion since September. So September, we were already talking about 2019. You cannot wait until the precipice of 2019, or you cannot wait until the beginning days of 2019, or any year, whether fiscal or calendar, cannot wait until those moments to get ready. You really need to start thinking about the next year halfway through the year you're in. Okay, so I want to make sure that you're doing that. And I want you to be preparing for 2019 now. Okay. And this is the time that you should do it. We here at our ministry and in our business, we split the year up in quarters, right? First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, and all of those are what? 3 months apiece. So you got January, February, March, first quarter, April, May, June, so on and so forth, split it up in quarters. And so the fourth quarter is the quarter where you want to get ready for the first quarter of the next year. All right. And so being prepared is your greatest advantage. Being prepared is your greatest advantage. Now, here's what I want you to do. I want you to take the time to assess the good. I want you to assess the bad. And yes, even the difficult experiences of 2018. That's the first thing I want you to do. And I'll show you kind of what I have here. And I love these kind of meetings because it's so informal and you can do whatever you like. I've got this notepad that I have here, and it just kind of has different notes and things. I carry it everywhere that I go. As you can see, it's got my initials on it. Dave Ramsey gave me this personally, and I honor it and I cherish it. He gave it to me. I carry it everywhere I go, and I write things in it, and even the difficult things. So the good, bad, and the ugly, it's all in there, and I make sure that I keep a jot of it. And I want you to ask yourself, did your business meet the goals of 2018? Okay, don't just pass by that. I want you to really ask yourself, did we meet our goals? And if you did, fine. If you did not, then I want you to kind of look at the key indicators if it didn't. And if it did, then let's find out what worked. Because sometimes people accomplish things and don't know how. Watch this. Whenever you accomplish something and you don't pay attention to how, you can't repeat it. So whatever won, I want you to record it. Whatever didn't, I want you to record it because it's all good feedback. What could you have done differently? All right. And I want you to seek to understand how you can improve better on those objectives as you move forward in your business. Number two, if you didn't set goals, I need you to do that. Okay. Because you will aim at anything that you set your sights on. So I've heard one person say it before that, if you have low aim, you'll hit it every time. I saw somebody raise their hand. And so if you'll just type in the chat what it is that you want to say, then I'll be able to adjust and answer it that way. So that way it's easier for all of us as we move forward. But I want you to set your goals, financial goals, staff goals, growth goals, leadership goals, whatever goals you have. I want you to set those, and that'll help you. Objectives moving forward, so that way you will know where you're going, how you're going to get there, and when you set those goals for the organization, then everybody will know the direction, as opposed to just you being informed about the direction. I also want you to accomplish creating a strategic plan for your business. These are very small, simple tips, but the devil is in the details, and you got to be able to do that. So ask yourself where you want your company and you personally to be, not only in 2019, but 2020, 2021, 2022. In fact, you all probably going to think that I'm crazy. I have notes everywhere. I even keep notes in my phone. I don't know if you can see that, but I have notes in my phone, and I've been keeping some notes, and I want to share something with you because I think it's important. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so I talked about creating a goal. Here's something what I want you to do. I call this a vision tracking operation. Or you could call it a vision tracking system, VTS, VTO, whichever one you want to call it. And here's what you want to have. You want to have a 10-year target. You want to have a 3-year picture and a 1-year plan. Okay, a 10-year target, a 3-year picture, and a 1-year plan. I want you to do that for your goals, because if you say, okay, one day I want to make $5 million a year. If you don't have a picture and a plan that chops that decade up, then the success is too delayed and you won't have any incentive at the mile markers in between time. And so maybe 5 million is the goal, but let's celebrate when we get the first 100,000, okay, at the 1 year picture, and then the 3 year plan. And we keep looking at that. So you chop up success the same way you do the year in quarters. And so then I want you to develop the tactics to execute that plan. So you got to have a strategic plan. There's a difference between a plan and a strategic plan. Like, for instance, if I were in my seat and that door in front of me was the exit, and the building was on fire, and I knew that I needed to get to that door or get out of this building, the fire would be a prohibitor to me just getting up, walking out. But if I had a plan, I could say, okay, well, there are 3 more doors. And so if that doorknob is hot, then I know that I can get out because that door leads to that door. You see, you got to have a strategic plan, and you got to have a contingency plan. And a contingency plan is if A doesn't work, then implement B. Okay, hope that makes sense. Now, this is big, and this is especially for those of you all who are making money. Get your taxes filed in a timely manner. Okay, get your taxes filed in a timely manner. This is important that you do that, because if your taxes are not filed, then the government can seize assets, put liens, etc. on it. So get your taxes filed properly. Okay. Number whatever. I don't know what number on, but next. Most people will do this. I'm sure all of you all have this. You got a book, composition book, a tablet. You got something somewhere where you've got some quotes and some goals and some notes from books and all of that. But here's the thing where most people fail. You see, the reason why I am able to regurgitate this is because I do something called review. Most people are great at notes, and after they take them, they never look at them again. I want you to be honest. How many notes do you have in your phone that you've never gone back over? Be honest. I'm going to tell you how many I have in my phone. I've got a total of 104 different sections of notes. And periodically, I go through all of those and review them, because there's no way you're going to remember it all. So don't just take notes. You've got to review your notes. Okay? So I want you to do that. And if you're waiting until 2019 for your business plan, you're already going to be behind. You need to make sure that you're reviewing your plan for next year no later than the 3rd quarter of the previous year. So what am I saying to you? By July 2019, you should already be talking about 2020. Okay. All right. Let's go a little further. Now I'm going to go ahead and share with you some of the questions. And if you can believe it, we've already been with each other about 20 minutes. That's how time flies when you're having fun. But I'm going to begin with some of these questions that you all submitted. And remember, you can actually submit your question here in the chat section if you get an opportunity to. I want to really say something about this comment that Cedric just said. Cedric said, I fail at reviewing notes. Thanks for the action step. Is there anybody else that can agree with that or, echo that and say, I take them, but wow, that's good. I forget to review them. If you go on your phone or your tablet or your composition notebook or your binder, wherever you keep them, I guarantee you have enough information there that would re-spark your memory and jog it, and would really give you an opportunity to realize that you've been holding success in your hand. Okay, you've been holding success in your hand. Paula said, I guess she means that. I guess she's agreeing with that. And so Roderick says, I most definitely don't review them. See, guys, I'm loving this feedback. And let me tell you, this is exactly what's important. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with 3 friends, and we began to talk about egos, right? About having huge egos. And because I had a section in here of something that I read on that, listen to what I told them. I told them that whenever people stay dysfunctional or unhappy, it's because they don't have enough presence to dissolve the past. I said this Sunday that most people are always upset because they stay in the past, or they're always talking about the future, and they don't have enough presence, right, to dissolve the past. And because I had notes on it, I was able to say something that was life-changing, because I review my notes and I know where they are. So I want you to renew your notes. I want you to review your notes, and then I want you to regurgitate your notes. Okay? Renew your notes, review your notes, regurgitate your notes. You have enough in your notes to go ahead and use those. And I guess the other thing that I told him is that ego is really an over-amplified opinion. It's when you give your opinion a microphone, and so you shout it out as loud as you can, as often as you can, because the ego cannot live in the past, in the present. It only can survive in the past or the future. So that's what we talked about, and I love it because we were able to have a meal, but we didn't just eat. We feed each other on other levels, and it was good. Bianca said, this helps, sir. Hope we can access this video later. I'd like to review this too. Are we able to, is it recording? All right, my staff tells me it's recording. As a matter of fact, in the left-hand corner, it tells me that we're recording. And so you'll be able to go back and read this. All right, question number 1. All right, thank you, Paula. You are just a rock star. She's just making sure she got it. She said, renew, review, regurgitate. Perfect. How do you position your business for growth? Okay, this is question number 1. Are you ready for the answer? Okay, number 1, everything that I gave you, the first 20 minutes, was the creme de la creme of how you do it. You prepare, okay? You have a strategy to grow. Long term, remember 10 years, 3 years, 1 year. Long term. By now, you should already know your why. Okay? You should already know your why. And in business, ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing stronger than your why. There's nothing stronger than your why. There's nothing stronger than the purpose of why you do it. Okay? Some people do it for their children. That's a good why. But to make money is not a good why, because when you start making money, you'll lose your why. It has to be something bigger than resources, although the resources are one of the purposes that we do what we do. It's got to be a little bigger than that. And so you got to establish a value added proposition. What in the world are you doing this for? Can I ask you that question, and maybe you can answer it? Why are you in business? Are you in it to get rich? Because a lot of people in business are not. Why are you an entrepreneur? So that you didn't have to work for anybody? Well, that's a good reason, but the truth is you still work for you. You're the boss. You're never going to get away from working for anybody, even if it's yourself. What's the reason? You got to identify your why. And whenever you discover that why, your why should be attached to them. Okay. I had an opportunity last week. And when I say last week, I mean a week from today, last Monday and Tuesday. I was invited to a meeting with 32 pastors with a total combined membership out of those 32 pastors. Total combined membership was 400,000 members. A couple pastors had 50-some thousand members. A couple had 30-some thousand. The average was 12,500. And we got an opportunity to talk about some of the things that higher echelon leaders did. And I was excited because I was one of the only 3 Black people in the room. Now, color was not the purpose, but what I am saying is I was excited about the fact that I could sit in the room with a room full of majorities with the ability to take their thoughts, their concepts, and the way they see the world, and then bring it back to people who are part of the minority like I am. And you got to have a passion for what others. Roderick says, I have a passion for putting others' needs before my own wants. And that's a great passion. But that being said, when you take his passion and you connect it to a why, then every day he gets up, he's able to do it. And that's what you have to do. You have to have a why, and you have to offer a solution to the world. And your goals should help you to accumulate that. So how do I position my business for growth? You got to have a strategic plan. You got to know your why. If you don't know your why, it won't grow. Okay. I want to open a restaurant. Why? You see how difficult it gets when that question gets asked? I want to have a t-shirt company. Why? Because you found that other people make money selling t-shirts, and so you want to pay your bills? Probably won't last. I want to sell t-shirts because there are homeless children in Africa, and every time I sell a t-shirt, I'm going to buy a shirt for a kid that doesn't have clothes. I was getting a facial, and I told the esthetician, I said it would be great. I was trying to help her find her why, and I said, you know what would be good as an esthetician is for you to give 1% of your income back to burn victims. Since you care about skin so much, give 1% of your income to burn victims, and go to burn units and spend time and take pictures and post it on Instagram so that you can amplify your why. And I don't know what your why is, but people have to know it, because it's the only reason why they will do business with you.
Friends and colleagues, it's time to take action and subscribe to this podcast. Follow Keion Henderson on social media at Pastor Keion. Visit the website daily for lifestyle, leadership, and learning at KeionHenderson.com. Until next time, keep leading, keep learning, and keep doing life.